Namaskar.
Namaste.
A very warm good evening to everyone. We are today live on a very interesting and a very relevant topic, that is stress, boon or bane. As we all know that the world is facing acute disturbances and problems due to an unwelcomed and unwanted guest, that is COVID-19 or coronavirus, and the subsequent lockdown, which in every way has triggered our lives, be it economically, politically, socially, environmentally, and scientifically. It has changed the way we used to live, the way we used to work, the way we used to play, and whatnot. Schools and colleges are closed. Sports leagues have been cancelled. Many social gatherings are restricted. No morning walks, no evening walks, nothing. Everything is just shut. So today we will be discussing about all these things. How can we deal with all these miseries? And also, more importantly, we would focus on the fact that can stress be also viewed in a positive sense, in a positive manner, or is it necessary to always view it in a negative sense? So to discuss all this, we have today with us Ms. Apurva Pathak as our guest speaker. She is a law student who was born in Chitrakoot. She has got the privilege to live with Bharat Ratna Nanaji Deshmukh ji. She has done her schooling in Rajghat KFI. She has also done several field trips to different parts to learn about Indian cultures and traditions. Apart from this, she has delivered more than 50 speeches in different subjects. She is a parliamentary debate winner of Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Jabalpur. So let's begin with today's session. But before that, I would like to say that this is an open platform and we entertain questions. So if you have any questions, you can post them. So let's begin. We welcome you, Apurva.
Hello everyone, Namaste. So I would like to start this discussion with praying my regards to Rani Durgavati. Today is her death anniversary and I am proud to be studying in Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya and proud student of RDVV. So I pay my regards to her. I pray that we be that strong like her and we have that courage to fight against our issues, our problems and be like her. Stress is nothing. Stress is just a situation where we are having certain amount of emotional, physical, psychological crisis in our body. There are some changes in our body due to stress. Like our behavior might change, we might get a little anxious about anything, or we may have some physical change or some psychological effects. So the stress word comes from a Latin word. So that Latin word means strengthening, like something pulling us apart. So stress gives us a little pain inside our brain, inside our heart, and makes our body vulnerable to different diseases, maybe to prone to, sometime it leads to depression. But it's not always so sad having stress. For example, there are two types of stress. Basically, if we think when we are talking about boon and bane, so there is two types of stress. One is eustress and another is distress. So the eustress means positive stress. So if we think that stress is an energy for our body, so eustress provides us energy to work in a positive manner. So if the energy is coming towards us, then if we get a little amount of energy, we'll be able to work efficiently, effectively towards our success. That would be the positive stress. But if the amount of electricity increases, then it will explode us maybe or cause us some damage. For example, if you see the electricity for the bulb, so if electricity is coming, then if it's coming at a required amount, the bulb will glow. But if the energy level is really very high, then bulb may explode or stop working. So that same principle applies on the stress. There are different things, different aspects that causes stress. That might be a big issue, that might be a little issue. For example, some people are having issue related to cleanliness. So if the person around us, like we living in house, for example, now in COVID time, everybody is living together. So if my little sister is little flingy with the things, and she always puts her stuff all around the house, it might create stress for me, because I have to clean that stuff. I have to make the room clear for everyone, as my mother may scold me for not cleaning the house, as I am the elder one. So stress comes from little reasons and even the bigger reasons. So we should be thinking how we can take it stress in a positive way. So there is the concept of nature and nurture in psychology, which taught us explain us building, our personality development depends on our nature and nurture. So nurture depends how we are living in a surrounding, how we treat people, how our culture is there. So more importantly, in our Indian culture, we were always been together, lived together in a joint family. We never had a culture of living alone in our houses or being alone for a long period of time. We always had someone to be with us, to protect us, to comfort us, to ask our problems, to treat us and be with us. And same way in Western cultures, the people when the child becomes elder, they leave their houses and stay alone and do their work alone. So they are more prone to have tension because they have no one to talk to. Stress can be reduced when you have people around you. You have people around you, so you can share your feelings, your thoughts, your pain, your what you are thinking about, what new ideas are coming. For example, in this situation, in COVID-19 situation, we all have been blocked with several things. We are not going out, we're not going for hotels, we're not going for jogs, we're not going to gyms, we're not playing out, we're not getting time for meeting our friends, going out, having fun with them. But if we think in a positive way, we're getting time for ourselves, which we all needed, which we never had, because this situation, because we were into so much, we were clogged up in our work so much that we were not getting time for ourselves, to build ourselves, to make ourselves something what we wanted to be. For example, we be with our family, so we learn things. If we be with our grandparents, they tell us about their history, what were their past, how they lived with limited resources. So we learn to live with limited resources. And even in this situation, we got to realize that with limited amount of resources, we can live a happy life. We don't need 4 cars all around us. We don't need several clothing items. We don't need to shop every day go out and eat every day, buzz out, be around hundreds of people. We can be alone. We can be with our family. We can eat less amount of food which is healthy for us. We can be to ourselves, get to know our hobbies, entertain our hobbies, be grateful to ourselves. So the things which cause stress are known as stressors. So the stressors are the things which cause stress in our body and make us prone to the situation of anxiety, depression, pain, or maybe prone us to the excitement, action, and make us to do a great job. When I am speaking here, I am little anxious. Obviously, I'll be anxious. Obviously, you may be, if you are asking some question, you may be anxious. If I type something, what people may think about me, or what people will have, how people will judge me if I say something. So, stress makes us do things better, because we stress over ourselves. We overthink, we plan. When we are in stress, we we have so much going on in our head, so we tend to sit down, be calm, and write it down, what we are feeling, what our thoughts are, and what can we do to make it better. So if I fail something sometime, it might lead me to a depression stage, or it might make me more anxious if I'm not able to speak well for the audience, and if the hate comments come to me, then I might be feeling bad. But there is That's why there is a need for self-love, self-care, and self-motivation. Because when you motivate yourself, you tend to like improve yourself, because others' comment do not matter more than your own worth. Because your mother has given you birth, she has right on you. Other people don't give you food to eat. Their bad comments also don't matter to you. Their good comments may make you, when their good comments make you happy, their bad comments may make you feel bad for some time. But we should think for ourselves that how can we come out of that situation and be more productive. So if we talk about positive stress in this situation, so like the people who are like coming back from the cities and going back to the villages, so I heard, like my mother was telling me last night one story that one couple, they came back from Mumbai, like they were going to their village, so they called their parents, like we want to come back home, can we? They said no, you can't come because the villages are not allowing you people to stay at our house, and we don't have facility for corona and everything. So if you are affected with corona, the village might get affected, because we all live together, because the villages have community and they all live together in very nearby places and they all work together. They don't have concepts of being at home and working alone. So they said no, and these people got like really stressed, and they were in burnout situation as they didn't have any money to live to, and their parents like avoided them. They work, the place where they were working, they avoided them. They were having nothing, they were on roads. So they committed suicide. Suicide is not an option. We are getting more and more stories of suicide these days, as this pandemic is leading us to a lot of stress and anxiety in our brain, that no one is there for us, that if we don't have job we can't live. But my mother said one really impactful thing to me. She said we shouldn't be living for jobs. Jobs should be seeking us. We shouldn't be seeking jobs. The companies should be seeking us. So we shouldn't be like crying if we lost one job, or we shouldn't be like in pain if we got less marks. Like I was really bad in maths, to be really honest, and my parents were okay about it because they were little chill. But some parents are little harsh on us, that you are not too good in studies. But studies are not everything. For Nanaji used to say that playful learning is very important. When this great person taught us that playful learning is very important, why are we forcing our children to just mug up the things and go around and just vomit it out in the examination and get good grades? Grades don't provide us anything. Like 10th grade marks doesn't even count after the admission of 11th class, or if you are studying in same school, then it doesn't even count. So like we shouldn't be thinking like making ourselves like compacted inside a box. We shouldn't be living like a frog inside a well. We should be thinking out of the box. As the new generation is like developing, we are more like connected to internet, we are more like globally aware, we are more like socially entrepreneur, and like we are having all startup and everything. So we shouldn't be thinking about like old school methods. Old school things are good, like the culture we had, because now in corona time everybody is saying we should be clean, we should be thinking about our hygiene, we should be clean, we should be like doing yoga, exercise at home, and eating well, healthy. Because eating healthy, doing exercises, doing yoga, practicing our hobbies reduces the chances of stress, make us more prone to positive feedback mechanism. We should be thinking of positive feedback mechanism. Like if I did one thing good, I should reward myself and say that very good Apurva, next time you will be doing more well. So we should be thinking in a positive way and reward ourselves in a positive manner. So like if we go in theoretical things, so there are like symptoms of stress, like different symptoms of stress. There is emotional symptom, physical symptom, psychological symptom, and behavioral symptom. So in physical, like you may feel pain inside your head, you may feel dizzy, you may like feel like not eating anything. And in emotional, you may cry at any time, like sometime you feel like crying, sometime you feel laughing, like you don't understand what's going on in your head, you be clingy all around and irritated, frustrated. And behavioral, so your behavior changes. So I'm telling this because I'm not promoting that if you know the symptoms you cling and think that you are having stress. I'm telling these symptoms because your parents might know what your child is going through. As the younger generation now has a huge gap between the parents and us, so we don't talk to our parents more, we don't share everything because we are scared. I agree, sometimes we are scared to share our feelings with our parents, but we should have someone with us, or a sibling, a sister, brother, friend, teacher, anyone. We should share what's going on, what's bothering us inside our head, because if we don't talk about our feelings, we might feel and we might go into that situation, go deeper into that and feel stressed and vulnerable. Then pulling out of that situation becomes more hard. So I would say that if we practice every day, if we sit around and practice yoga, meditation is little hard, so people tend to say that, oh, you're saying meditation, do you do meditation or something? I don't do meditation, I do dance, because dance makes me happy. I write poetry, when I feel bad I write. So people have different ways to change their mood, because when somebody is in stress, we can't say them do yoga. They won't be able to do, because at that time their mind is not being able to focus. So we should start when we are precautions is better than cure. We always say that in medical science, right? Precaution is better than cure. So we should have our lifestyle put together. In this situation also, if we are lying around our houses wearing pajamas and not doing anything and sitting like a cow's potato, we will become more prone to stress, because we are thinking that we are doing nothing, we are good for nothing, we are doing nothing, we are not serving our society. And what is our job? We are not doing nothing. But instead, you can do online classes, you can join in some workshops, you can collect lot of certificate and feel proud of yourself that you have achieved something. If not that, if you are not interested in studying, you can cook, you can vlog, you can show your closet, you can show how to clean, you can adapt, do some new challenges your friends are telling you, learn some dance, learn another language, or learn something very simple, learn how to make a goal roti, because most of the people don't know how to make roti, right? It's not about girl or boy, everybody can learn a skill and be proud of that simple skill and feel happy about that, so that the bad things go around and we don't feel bad about being at home. It's been 100 days since we have been at home. Some people might be thinking that I have done nothing and it all got wasted. But at least you got time for yourself. You were with your family. I was more happy because I never got time to be with my family this much. My mother, father, both are social entrepreneurs. They don't get time to be with us. My sister studies at my nani's house. So we before never be together at any time. For 2-3 days we be together and we feel happy about it. So this time was for us. That made me happy that we had time. We learned from our parents new things, how they are they used to go outside every single day. Now they are at home. I learn from them. When I think I'm bored, I learn from them how much bored they must be. The people who used to be around hundreds of people, teaching them how to work. So we should learn from our parents. They used to go to the jobs and meet 100 people around them and be all together talking to them. We just missing our college fun and everything, but they're missing more. And if we not think like this, and we should think about the workers, the rural workers. They're not getting food to eat. We are privileged to have drinking cold water. We're privileged to have electricity in our house. We're privileged to have internet facilities at our places to learn things. They don't have nothing. They don't get food. So they must be having so much stress, but they don't commit suicide until they are so much in pain. We should learn from them because they work for themselves, they work for their family. We should work for not only ourselves, we should work for global purpose. If we think like we feel stressed when we think only for ourselves, but if we think we are part of a globe, we are not a single unit but part of a working model globe, then we'll understand what our place is in this situation. What can we do for the society? Because Nanaji used to say that a human being is not a single unit, it's a part of a society, and if we are part of society, then the responsibility increases, and hence we are less prone to stress, less prone to thinking that we are not worthless, we are worthless, we can't do anything. Then we get worth, then we feel empowered, then we feel good. Mahatma Gandhi said there is more to life than increasing its speed. Like, think about that. There is more to life than increasing its speed. This is the time where the speed has decreased. We are not just moving on and hustling around. We got our time.